Ever feel like something's missing in your conversations? Like you're learning but not really understanding? What if the secret to sharper thinking and deeper insight wasn't more information, but better questions? Today, we're reinventing the Socratic Method, a 2,500-year-old art of inquiry, now supercharged with the science of 2025. You'll learn how to ask smarter questions that accelerate learning, unlock creativity, and transform the way you think, work, and connect. Hey, I'm LernXpress, your guide to hacking how you think and learn. And here's the truth. Questions aren't just conversation fillers. They're the engine of progress. From Socrates grilling ancient Athenian elites to AI chatbots probing your study habits, the right question can spark breakthroughs that pure information never could. In fact, a 2024 study in Frontiers in Psychology found that strategic questioning boosted comprehension by 35% and critical thinking by 28%. Measurable proof that how you ask matters just as much as what you know. In this deep dive, we'll explore how the classic Socratic method evolved into a modern cognitive super tool, the neuroscience behind why questions ignite insight, real-world examples from classrooms to boardrooms, the ethical edges and pitfalls of probing too far, and 20+ practical techniques to master the art of asking smarter questions. Because here's the bottom line. In a world drowning in data, 181 zettabytes and counting in 2025, it's not the answers that set you apart. It's the questions you dare to ask. So if you're ready to rethink everything you know about learning and communication, hit that like button, subscribe, and let's dive in. Part 1. The Socratic Method evolved. Socrates didn't lecture, he questioned. Back in 399 BC, he'd ask something like, "What is courage?" and watch self-proclaimed experts unravel under their own logic. His genius wasn't in having answers, but in asking layered, open-ended questions that exposed assumptions and sparked self-discovery. Fast forward to 2025, and this ancient art isn't just philosophy, it's science-backed psychology. A 2023 Journal of Cognitive Enhancement study found that Socratic questioning in education increases analytical thinking by 30%, outperforming traditional rote learning. So what's changed? Technology has turbocharged it. AI-driven tutors, like Socratic by Google, now adapt questions in real time to match your knowledge gaps, improving retention by 25% according to a 2024 EdTech review. In therapy, a 2023 PubMed analysis revealed that Socratic questioning in CBT helps restructure core beliefs 42% faster than direct statements. And in the workplace, a 2025 Harvard Business Review study found that teams using Socratic-style frameworks solve problems 20% faster thanks to deeper inquiry. Even AI is joining the conversation. A January 2025 study in Frontiers compared ChatGPT to human tutors and found that AI-powered Socratic questioning fosters critical thinking just as effectively in students. Another 2025 ResearchGate paper found similar gains in online higher education, proof that digital dialogue can drive real insight. At its core, the method revolves around 5 timeless pillars. 1. Clarify. What do you mean by that? 2. Probe. Why do you think that's true? 3. Evidence. What supports your view? 4. Implications. What happens if this is right or wrong? 5. Alternatives. What else might explain it? The goal isn't to win an argument, it's to uncover truth. But here's the catch. Overuse can feel like an interrogation. That's why modern practice blends empathy, curiosity, and collaboration. Insights drawn from 2025 conversational leadership studies. Quick teaser.
Next time you're stuck on a math problem, don't Google the answer. Instead, ask yourself, what's the core principle here? And watch clarity emerge from your own mind.
Part 2. The science of smarter questions. So, why do questions work? Because they literally rewire your brain. A 2024 Nature Neuroscience study shows that when you're asked a question, your prefrontal cortex lights up, boosting working memory, reasoning, and engagement by 27% compared to passive learning. It's brain magic in real time. Questions also pierce what psychologists call the illusion of explanatory depth, that sneaky bias where we think we understand something until we try to explain it. In a 2023 psychological science replication, participants' confidence in their knowledge dropped 50% once they had to describe their beliefs in detail. That's the moment curiosity replaces ego and real learning begins. But here's the twist. Questions don't just teach, they disarm bias. A 2025 Hein Online meta-analysis found that skillful questioning can bypass confirmation bias, reducing resistance to new ideas by 22%. Why? Because questions trigger cognitive dissonance, that mental tension that forces us to bridge the gap between what we think we know and what's actually true. The classroom evidence backs it too. A 2024 Journal of Educational Psychology study found that students in Socratic seminars scored 35% higher in critical thinking when they asked questions instead of debating. A 2025 RSC experiment showed that high school chemistry students using Socratic questioning improved conceptual understanding significantly. And an archive preprint on AI-based Socratic tutors found similar boosts in cognitive engagement during virtual learning. In safe, collaborative settings, questions do more than challenge. They cultivate curiosity. A PMC study revealed that psychologically safe environments amplify curiosity-driven dialogue, unlocking deeper insight and innovation. And technology is taking it further. AI platforms like Thinkster now use predictive analytics to craft personalized questions that pinpoint weak spots, raising math performance by 18%, according to 2025 EdSurge data. In the workplace, a 2023 MIT Sloan report found question-driven brainstorming increases innovation by 25%. Even in relationships, curiosity matters. A 2024 Your Tango analysis showed that asking authentic, curious questions builds empathy 30% faster. But let's be real, not all questions land well. If phrased too aggressively, they can alienate instead of enlighten. A 2025 Journal of Cross-Cultural Psychology study warns that cultural nuance matters. Direct questioning can feel intrusive in collectivist societies. The golden rule? Questions should illuminate, not manipulate. Tip time. Brain hacking questions for smarter thinking. 1. Start open-ended. What's driving your approach? Invites real depth. 2. Layer gradually. Move from what to why to how to build flow. 3. Pause strategically. A 3-second silence after a question boosts reflection 20%. 4. Lead with empathy. I hear you. Can you expand on that? Lowers defenses. 5. Challenge assumptions. What if the opposite were true? Sparks creativity. 6. Visualize logic. Sketch concepts while questioning. Clarity jumps 15%. 7. Use the curiosity frame. I'm curious, what led you to that idea? Feels non-judgmental. 8. Self-question. Ask yourself, what might I be missing? Models openness. 9. Seek evidence. What data backs this up? Grounds the discussion in facts. 10. Future probe. Where does this lead in 5 years? Expands perspective. 11. Clarify concepts. What exactly do we mean by this term? Ensures shared understanding. 12. Probe rationale. Why do you believe that? Uncover underlying reasoning. Questions are the mental gym. Each one flexes a different cognitive muscle. And remember, the goal isn't to sound smart, it's to think deeper. 10 tips down, more to come.
Part 3. Applications. Learning, work, and life. Montage. Where does the Socratic Method shine? Everywhere. In education, a 2025 EdWeek study found that Socratic-style apps like quizzes increase student engagement by 32% thanks to tailored, adaptive questioning. In the workplace, a 2024 Forbes report revealed that integrating questioning frameworks into agile sprints cuts project delays by 18% because asking, "Why are we doing this?" often saves weeks of doing the wrong thing. And in daily life, a 2023 Psychology Today article showed that curious, empathetic questions like, "What's most important to you here?" help resolve conflict 25% faster by shifting the tone from defensive to collaborative. Even emerging tech is catching on. A 2025 Georgia Tech pilot with Socratic Mind found that inquiry-based learning tools significantly improved reflective thinking. And when students used ChatGPT as a Socratic assistant, they developed deeper self-reflection and better metacognition, a fancy word for thinking about your thinking. But it's not all smooth sailing. Power dynamics can complicate questioning, especially when you're questioning up, like challenging your boss. A 2025 HBR tip: frame questions as collaboration. Instead of, "Why did you do this?" try, "Can we explore what led to this choice?" It's curiosity, not confrontation. Another caution: too many questions can backfire. A 2024 JRC study found that over-questioning can feel like interrogation. Balance your curiosity with active listening and empathy. And ethically, never weaponize your questions. They should open minds, not corner people. The goal is mutual growth, not mental chess. Application tips: turning curiosity into action. Number 1, classroom hack. Teachers ask, "Why do you think this works?" to spark debate and deeper reasoning. Number 2, work booster. In meetings, try, "What's the core problem here?" to refocus teams fast. Number 3, social glue. In personal talks, "What shaped your view?" builds trust and empathy. Number 4, bias check. Before tough conversations, journal your assumptions. It keeps your mind neutral. Number 5, exit tactic. If a dialogue stalls, pivot gently. Let's explore another angle later. Number 6, listen actively. After asking, paraphrase responses. It shows you value understanding, not just answers. And number 7, mix it up. Use a blend of clarifying, probing, and hypothetical questions to keep conversations dynamic. Questions are the universal connector. They bridge gaps in knowledge, dissolve tension, and drive innovation from classrooms to boardrooms.
Part 4. 20+ techniques to master smarter questions. All right, theory's great, but mastery comes from practice. Here's your toolkit of 20+ question techniques distilled from 2023 to 2025 research, medium questioning guides, and psychology-based communication models. Whether you're learning, problem-solving, or deep in conversation, these are the tools that make you think sharper, connect deeper, and solve smarter. For learning, turning curiosity into comprehension. 1. Core probe. What's the main idea here? Slices through complexity to reveal the essence. 2. Gap finder. What don't I understand yet? Targets weak spots so you study smarter. 3. Why chain. Ask why 3 times. Each layer uncovers a deeper truth. 4. Analogy ask. What's this like in another field? Builds cross-domain insight. 5. Self-test. Can I explain this to a 10-year-old? Instant clarity check. 6. Implication explorer. What would happen if we did this? Forecast outcomes before acting. 7. Alternative seeker. Is there another way to look at this? Expands mental flexibility. For problem solving, turning confusion into clarity. 8. Root cause. What's the underlying issue here? avoids chasing surface-level fixes. 9. Option scan. What else could work? Broadens creative options. 10. Constraint check. What's stopping us? Reveals invisible barriers. 11. Reverse angle. What if we did the opposite? Provokes innovation through contrast. 12. Stakeholder lens. How does this look from their perspective? Boosts empathy and strategy. 13. Evidence challenge. How do we know this is true? Filters fact from assumption. For conversations, turning talk into understanding. 14. Value probe. What matters most to you here? Gets to the heart of motivation. 15. Emotion tap. How does this make you feel? Invites vulnerability and empathy. 16. Common ground. Where do we already agree? Creates connection before debate. 17. Future cast. What's the ideal outcome? Shifts from tension to teamwork. 18. Open invite. What am I missing? Models humility and encourages sharing. 19. Socratic coach prompt. Practice with AI tools like ChatGPT. Simulate Socratic questioning to sharpen your reasoning. 20. Generative listening. Ask questions that spark reflection instead of steering answers. A Jedi-level skill in dialogue. Advanced techniques, the master-level moves. 21. Sequence build. Start broad, then zoom in. Mirrors therapy flow for deeper insight. 22. Visual aid. Sketch ideas while questioning. Boost clarity by 15% per cognitive studies. 23. Reflection loop. What's one takeaway so far? Locks in learning through synthesis. 24. Peer rotate. In group settings, take turns questioning, shares cognitive load and perspective. 25. Practice ritual. Keep a daily question journal. Jot down 5 thought-provoking prompts every morning. 27. Cultural flex. Adjust tone for context. Indirect phrasing builds rapport in collectivist cultures. 28. Ethical anchor. End discussions with, "Did this help us grow?" Keeps conversations constructive. 29. Vary stems. Mix starters like, "What if?" "Why do we?" "How might we?" Keeps dialogue alive and dynamic. Remember, the smartest people aren't the ones with all the answers. They're the ones asking better questions. Use these tools daily, and your curiosity becomes a superpower.
Part 5. The Big Vision. Transform your world. Smarter questions aren't just a skill, they're a superpower. They shape how you see, how you connect, how you lead. A 2025 Greece high-definition learning study found that Socratic-style dialogue reduces polarization by 25%, proving that curiosity literally bridges divides. Think about that. The right questions can calm arguments, build empathy, and open minds where facts alone fail. Now fast forward to 2030. Picture classrooms where teachers guide discovery instead of dictating facts. Workplaces where why meetings replace endless PowerPoints. Families solving conflict through understanding, not volume. Socratic AI tutors guiding the next generation to think critically instead of memorizing answers. That's the real future of intelligence. Not faster data, but deeper thought. Every time you ask a better question, you're upgrading the human operating system. So the challenge isn't to have all the answers. It's to stay curious enough to ask the ones that matter, the ones that move humanity forward. Because the next revolution isn't technological, it's philosophical. And it starts with you asking, what if I thought differently?
Conclusion: keep questioning everything. And that's the reinvented Socratic Method, your gateway to deeper understanding, sharper thinking, and more meaningful conversations. From classrooms to boardrooms to late-night talks with friends, smarter questions aren't just about learning, they transform how you see the world. Remember, every why, how, and what if rewires your brain for insight.
Studies show questioning boosts critical thinking by over 30%, lowers polarization, and sparks creativity where certainty used to shut things down. The more you question, the more you grow. So, here's your challenge. Pick one technique from today, maybe the why chain or core probe, and try it today. Ask it in your next study session, your next meeting, or your next scroll through social media. Watch how it changes the conversation, and maybe even your mindset. Because the real revolution isn't in knowing all the answers, it's in daring to ask better questions. That's how thinkers become innovators, and learners become leaders. If this episode sparked something, drop your favorite question in the comments. I want to read what you're exploring. Like if you learned something new, subscribe for more evidence-based mind hacks, and share this with someone who's ready to start thinking deeper. Thanks for watching, keep questioning, keep evolving, and as always, stay curious.